you know, it's been a long time since I was in high school. They don't have trade schools anymore. Like when I went to high school, if you were going to do this, you went to a trade school.
Well, that still is an option.
Yes. Okay.
But not obviously all kids do that. So at a comprehensive high school, there's still requirements to provide options.
Do that, they'd have to question maybe.
Middletown. Middletown, we go.
I heard them refer to something called VOAG. Is that
VOAG and VOTEC, yeah.
Now, does ag mean agriculture? Or
Yes.
Okay. And I guess there probably is some agriculture out here in the countryside.
Yeah.
There's still some people that are farming.
Sell it. So yes, this is our auto shop lab that is evolving into a design and engineering space. So programmatically, we're changing things. The space itself is reminiscent of your typical auto shop
Grease.
labs. And yes.
Come on, let's be real.
Yes. So again, looking at
This is nicer than most auto shops, actually.
It's cleaner.
Yeah, cleaner. Yeah, a lot cleaner.
right.
Is this an issue in the new schools where you want to put this? Is there trying to figure out where this would go?
Depends on who you talk to.
Okay.
I think that the reality is that our focus is really pushing toward the technology and design, or engineering and design, and what space we need for that versus continuing with an auto shop. Because if you're going to do an auto program, then you need to have a state-of-the-art program that kids can leave high school really ready to
Certified
enter the
almost.
field.
Yeah.
They're not able to do that from here. There are bits and pieces. I mean, they get certified in, I think, brake repair and a couple other areas that they can, in fact, get certified in so that they can go out and work a part-time.
So is that where they'd go to a VOAG? This would be more of a, this would be more for somebody that wants to do this as a hobby, where somebody that wanted to go on to be a mechanic might go.
Someone who is really interested in going in that field right now, even at this program, even though they do interesting work here, and for a handful of our kids, it provides them with some hands-on learning that they might struggle with elsewhere. The VOAGs and VOTECs have ratcheted up their expectations pretty significantly, so kids that used to opt for that program can't get in reality. So I mean, you have to be pretty academically inclined, which is one of the issues that we're trying to communicate to our parents and our kids here, is that the reality is that the expectation for kids going through a technical program, whether it be auto shop, culinary, or computers per se, have to have a much more rigorous, robust academic program than it used to be, where turning wrenches is not what auto mechanics is about anymore.
Right.
You've got to be computer savvy. You've got to be able to read those manuals at a level commensurate with reading Shakespeare. I mean, in reality, it's different, but it's in terms of the ability to read and comprehend and understand
Hey, you want to get $50 an hour, you better know how to do the job.
Right, we're going to keep going this way.
So what you're saying is that this would be de-emphasized, and the design
And engineering
would be
more of a focus.
So
That
people
is the goal.
that might be doing some of this might go to a VOAG in the future. Is that?
Yes, I mean, and some do. I mean, some currently go to the VOTEC or the VOAG for that. But
Right.
again, what's happened is that there are some of our kids who, in many cases, this is not where the most academically inclined kids are. They get some hands-on experience,
Right,
which
well,
is good. It's not a bad thing.
Right.
It's just we've got to ramp it up.
Well, there are a lot of people at this age who can't figure out how biology is going to make any money. It's
Correct.
That's
Right. But one of the things that we're trying to work on with these areas is that the physics involved here is high, really, when you start to look at engines and force and
Right.
and the whole end of the engineering part of what happens in a vehicle.
Right. You hook them a different way.
But we've got to ramp it up to that, and we've got to challenge them to understand that they're really learning physics. They're really learning other sciences that they're not getting necessarily in a science lab. And math. I mean, math alone is.
We have right now 18 computers that fill it, so 18 kids per semester.
And I'm sorry, what is this? This
is graphic design. So
Oh.
we do sort of a graphic communications pathway. So they take an intro course and then sort of graphic design 1, graphic design 2, with the intent that they leave here with a portfolio of their work that they're able to take to the next step. So there's remnants of what was in the past back there in terms of some of the older equipment, and some of the things that you can see, this sense of space that right here is really his lab. But again, the sprawling space that you see, this is an office for the department chair, but he pretty much utilizes SolidWorks in this program for kids to be able to have CAD applications. So.
Yeah, I remember at the Board of Finance meeting when they were doing talking about the budgets, somebody got up and was kind of complaining that the people that came out of school didn't have the computer literacy that they needed. How could that be possible with all these computers, or is that old news? I mean, is it maybe no longer true?
I mean, what I see is an integration of technology on a regular basis, as far as whether they use it as a medium to present their work, or whether they choose to enroll in some of our electives. Now, these are electives, so not every student is choosing to, engage in the design and graphic programs, but it certainly is something that freshman year we expose them to various applications of Web 2.0 tools, as well as ways that they can use the computer for their portfolio, and then just generally what are some basic literacy skills that they need, and an understanding of internet etiquette, which I think is a huge thing for them to be able to learn. So.
I'm really impressed. I have to say, I'm glad I took this tour, because I didn't know anything really about the schools here in Clinton in terms of what you're offering.
Yeah.
I'm impressed by the programs that you're offering.
Well, especially for a school this size.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
a
amazing
small,
what you cram into
relatively
it.
small school.
Yeah.
I mean,
We've
and
tried
you're
to
offering
work
something
with what we have and then
Yeah.
ratchet it up.
It's a big school.
But I'm talking about numbers of
I'm
students.
Oh, the
I'd love to be able to start all
population
over and
breakdown,
come to,
yeah.
come to a school where I could learn all this stuff.
Yes, on 500,
So much
600
fun.
students. Yep, you could throw a dart anywhere and do whatever you want.
Yep.
That's a good point. What is your adult education in any of this? What are some of the things that you do in adult ed? Is it all
Oh, there's a lot.
more remedial, or is it?
No, there's a variety of different.
If you get the bulletin.
No, I have to get it. I've never looked at it.
Oh, I've taken French here,
Yeah.
and there's a lot. There's literally probably 100 courses that are offered.
Oh, neat. Great.
There's a fantastic.
Yeah, we have
adult
everything
ed
from tax
program.
law to belly dancing, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So.
And but they ban the towns. It's Branford, Clinton, Madison, yeah, and Guilford. Those 4 towns. And depending on the course and the night, you could take it at any of the towns.
Okay, do we have something else left on the
Yeah,
list
Just
here?
the cafeteria, Ming? Is
Yep,
it
I think
mainly?
we'll go around this way, and we can head upstairs. There are actually 2 staircases that bring you down to the lower level, so.
This is where I was really gonna leave you. Maybe find your way out. I'm just kidding, just
I
kidding.
want to go home and watch I could put it on here.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's right, that's gonna be a game.
National champion.
Gonna be a game tonight, for sure.
Great lab.